So in this video I want to talk about the long US dollar Swiss franc position, long US dollar against the Swiss franc position. Essentially, the US dollar is acting very strongly in a broad sense. So US dollar Canadian, that's acting quite strong against the pound. That's acting quite well, although it has pulled back a little bit. Acting quite well against the euro as well. It's also acting quite well against the Australian dollar, although once again we're seeing a little bit of a pullback after a fairly decent move. But I think you get the gist of it, that we are seeing that kind of strength in the US dollar. It's broad strength. You can see the US dollar against the yen. So we are seeing a little bit of a pullback. Now, I think at the end of the day, I would be thinking that the US dollar is still acting fairly strongly. And it actually makes sense to add to the US dollar Swiss franc position. There's still a fairly decent risk reward at the moment adding into this trade. And then from a system perspective, I do need more long US dollar exposure. And from a technical perspective, that long term, it looks like a fairly decent bet on mean reversion. Then, not to mention that the Fed cut rates, which should be bad for the US dollar, it wasn't. So it showed some pretty significant strength in the face of a rate cut. Furthermore, from a more intermediate term, that still looks like a pretty decent uptrend here. And from a daily chart, well, I think it's breaking above previous high, and that downtrend there has been broken. So I think that's fairly bullish. Intermarket, as I explained, the US dollar is strong against many currencies. So I think there's a 20% chance it will go to 1.01, a 10% chance that it will go to 1, a 40% chance this just goes nowhere, 20% chance that it goes to 0.99, and 20% chance that it goes to 0.98. So if the price moves up, I'm going to hold the position. If the price moves down, I'm going to get out, leg out of 1/3 of this at a time. So really, I do feel a little bit uncertain about this trade, but I think it's worth a shot. So we'll see how it goes.